We're here today to talk about Medi-Tech International's tubular support bandage called SpandaGrip. SpandaGrip is designed for the support of sprains, strains, and general soft tissue injury, as well as for compression applications like general edema and post-graft pressure for burn patients. Before we start though, I want to thank you for taking time to watch this video. By watching this video, it will ensure the proper application and utilization of SpandaGrip, which will lead to the three outcomes we're looking for in healthcare today, which is better clinical outcomes, better patient comfort and satisfaction, as well as overall cost savings. Let's begin by addressing a couple of frequently asked questions about SpandaGrip and tubular support bandage. First question is, why use a tubular support bandage as opposed to the standard elastic bandage that we're familiar with as well? Well, again, if we're looking to drive better clinical outcomes, we're trying to get better patient comfort and satisfaction, and we're also trying to do all of that by reducing costs. Tubular support bandage is an absolute answer to all of that. And I do want to start first and foremost by clarifying that, in fact, there are times when you will need to use the elastic bandage wrap for certain applications and certain situations, without a doubt. However, many of the applications where an elastic bandage wrap is used, a tubular support bandage could be used instead. By using a tubular support bandage, I'm going to deliver things more like a more consistent product, because when I put this on, it doesn't matter who's putting it on. It's not a wrap. I'm layering it. So it doesn't matter who uses it. They put the layer on the same way. You're going to get the same compression and the same consistency of support every time you put SpandaGrip on. The second thing is time savings. The time it takes to put on a tubular support bandage compared to an elastic wrap bandage doesn't even compare. So there's a big time savings there, which also leads to a cost savings. Another area is compliance. You get a patient home and they need to try to wrap an elastic bandage. It's very difficult to do, not only by themselves, but even with a caregiver. Once again, tubular support bandage. Simply slide it on, saves time, and also is very easy to do as well. So I'm going to get a higher degree of compliance with this. And then lastly, and probably one of the most important reasons, is patient comfort and satisfaction. Once you start using SpandaGrip and your patients start utilizing SpandaGrip, you'll start to hear the feedback that we get all the time, which is it's comfortable, it's light, it's easy to use, and we love the product. Another question we get asked is, can it be laundered? The answer is yes, it can, up to 20 times. We recommend that you hand wash it and that you use a mild detergent and then hang it and let it air dry. The other question we get a lot of times is, why tubular support bandage as compared to the elastic wrap that we are all so familiar with? And the answer is quite simple. If in fact we are looking for better clinical outcomes, we're looking for better patient comfort and satisfaction, and trying to do all of that at a cost savings, tubular support bandage will actually feed into that very well. Now that we have a better understanding of tubular support bandage, and in particular SpandaGrip, let's talk about some of those things that are specific to SpandaGrip that separate it from the rest of the market. And let's also talk about some things you need to know to maximize the benefits of SpandaGrip. Well, let's talk what SpandaGrip's made of first. It's made of a latex-free elastic woven with cotton. And before I go any further on that, I want to just mention, notice I said latex-free. Our product is latex-free. You might stop and say, well, Randy, isn't everybody's latex-free in today's world? The answer is no, they're not. Matter of fact, most tubular support bandage out there in the marketplace right now is latex, and yet there's a latex-free promoted campus that's using a latex product. Ours is latex-free, so no need to worry about that. But the latex-free elastic is what gives it its nice support and compression, and the cotton is what makes it a very comfortable and light product to wear. The next thing about SpandaGrip is it's made in the USA. So we control all the quality control issues so that you get a nice, consistent quality product all the time. And the fact that it's made in the US, we also support US jobs as well. Another important aspect of SpandaGrip, it's what we call single layer application. And let me make sure I really clarify that. Single layer application literally means just what it says. You simply take it, slide it on, and you have a single layer. Why is that so different than what's out there in the marketplace now? There are brands out there that require a double layer in order to get the maximum benefit or get the benefit, especially when it comes to compression. With ours, you only need one layer. What's the benefit to that? Obviously, cost. Number one, if I have to double layer it, I'm using a lot more product. Number two, it becomes uncomfortable for the patient. It becomes bulky, it rolls down, very uncomfortable. Number three, if I'm supposed to double layer, believe it or not, a lot of clinicians are not even aware. It's what we do. We train, we educate on these products. So it's a very, very important aspect of SpandaGrip that it's latex free and it's a single layer application. And one last thing of importance about SpandaGrip, it not only comes in a natural color, but we also have it in beige. The natural color seems to be the dominant color of choice, but again, if someone wants a beige color, we have that. Now, if you take all what we just said, the next area to move into is actually the application of SpandaGrip, and moving right into the sizing is the most important thing. And so the question is, when you're looking to get the correct sizing of SpandaGrip, what do we need to do? Well, when it comes to the area of a sprain, strain, general soft tissue injury, it's pretty much the conversation between the clinician and the patient that matters. So you're looking to get the fit that gives enough support for the patient, but yet doesn't affect circulation. And again, that comes through a conversation between the clinician and the patient. And once they know what that size is, like we said before, it's just a matter of sliding the product on and you're set to go for that. Moving over to the compression application in the case of general edema, or like I said before, post-graft pressure, or whatever the application might be, there's a couple of things to clarify about SpandaGrip. First and foremost, you heard me talk about it being a single layer, and the reason it's a single layer is because it provides the compression needed with just a single layer. It feels different than other tubular support bandages out there on the market today. It's not uncommon when we hand it to a clinician, the first words out of their mouth are, wow, does that feel different? That really feels good. I really like that. And in fact, it does feel different. So number one, you have that different feel to it, which means getting used to it a little bit. Number two, it provides a consistent or sustained type of compression. Sometimes it's called static compression, but it's not graduated compression. So we're not talking about it replacing a support stocking. It can be used instead of a support stocking in some cases if the patient can't tolerate a support stocking, or it can be used after a support stocking. We see all different types of applications for it out there in the compression world, especially related to general edema. So again, that really comes down to the patient-clinician conversation, comes down to the clinician's decision as to what product they want to use. But again, a tubular support bandage is a great product to use in those general edema type of applications. Now, when it comes to selecting the sizing for the compression application, we make that pretty simple as well. We provide for you a sizing chart. And the sizing chart, as you can see here, it has some information about SpandaGrip at the top, and it has some disclaimers at the bottom, which I'll talk about in a second. But in the center is where all the measurement takes place. And to start off with, I want to make sure that I clarify that the sizing chart is merely a guide. And on the chart, there's a lot of information, but one of the most important bullet points is number 4, where it says sizing variance due to body type. What that means is the sizing chart, as I said already, is merely a guide. It's not the end-all be-all. The clinician still makes the final decision on what size of SpandaGrip to put on the patient. So for instance, if I'm looking at a script that's a medium pressure, and you're going to use your measuring tape, you measure the widest part of the affected area, and I come down here, and let's say that that measurement is 10.6 to 11.8 inches, and you also notice it's in centimeters as well. I'm going to follow that over to the left, and it's a size C, or the yellow dot that's on the box. So we make it very simple with the sizing chart, color-coded, big letters on the box, everything, so it's easy to pick out. So again, in using the sizing chart, this would be using your own measuring tape, and then look at our chart for the proper size. The next tool that we provide is a measuring tape. So if you don't want to use your own tape along with the chart, you simply take our measuring tape, you put it around the widest part of the affected area, and then you would just loop it through like a belt and pull it through. And when you get to the area where you stop, it has every color on there for the color code of the box. Your low, medium, and high compression readings are there, and then you match it up with which reading you want along with the color and the letter, and you have your size. I tell clinicians right up front when they start using SpandaGrip in the beginning, expect it's going to feel and react different, and it does. It will take you a couple applications on a couple different patients to get the feel, and once you do that, you're going to be able to eyeball just like you would any other product in most cases. Once that happens, you too will start to get acclimated to the product, and you'll start to hear the patients talk about the positive upsides and benefits to SpandaGrip, and you as a clinician will start to experience the positive upside benefits to SpandaGrip as well. SpandaGrip is a superior tubular support bandage designed to deliver superior results. SpandaGrip is available in sizes A through L in the natural, B through G in the beige. We also make the packaging unique. Not only is it available in the 11-yard box size, which allows you to pull to length that you want and cut, or we also have the single unit pack, which are cut in 36-inch lengths. So if a single unit is what meets your needs, you have that available as well. I want to thank you again for taking time to watch this video. If you need more information, you can go to our website at www.medi-techintl.com, or you can contact your regional account manager. Thank you very much and have a great day.